Hi and welcome back to Roll Gaming, where we are currently playing Civilization 6 very shortly into the game, in an epic game of the latest expansion in Civilization 6. Currently we are struggling and fighting by our barbarians that we have very close by, and just trying our best basically to get them out of our sight so we can move on with expanding. So yeah, that's basically what we will do this episode, to try and get rid of them and expand. So before we get into that action, remember to smash that like button if you like what you see, comment on anything you'd like and think about this episode or anything else basically. The most positive and informative comment on each episode will get pinned, just so you know. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the new episodes coming out daily here on this channel, Roll Gaming. And if you really want to make sure that you don't miss out, hit that notification bell as well. But with that said, let's get back into Civilization 6 and our current turn that we actually didn't end up totally ending before we ended last episode. So we just finished researching mining, so we will have to choose a new research. So for that we will do, I think we will do archery here actually, just because we have boosted that. I think that's a pretty good choice, and that we have trouble with the barbarians at the moment. So we'll go to next turn here. And guys, do you think I should end on the beginning of a turn, or should I end on the ending of a turn that I more or less did here? Let me know, guys. So we'll end this archer here. Barbarians, or rather, or barbarians, and we'll improve, make a farm here, and then we'll go for the mines. First we need to build up the city as much as possible so we can get the extra citizens working their times. So somehow I'm actually not going to win against these guys, or finish them off, it looks like. So let's fortify Untamed for our barbarians as well. And well, let's go to this luxury mine, and we can do the improve it or make a mine out of it. So let's go to next turn. And we meet our first civilization here of India. And I think we'll just welcome them. And we will welcome them and let them visit our city. So I think we have India somewhere above here. And we're still just losing this fight, so let's fortify for one more turn. Where did our work go? Oh yeah, just remembered that they are doing 3 improvement, and after that they are gone, so that's alright. I guess we have done 3 improvement, and we have 3 of well, a city of 3 in citizens, so that would be alright. And this was actually a city-state, not barbarian, so that that's a bit funny. But let's start exploring north then instead. And we get some more barbarians now, of course. So we'll try and finish them off before they ruin anything. And our guys can get a promotion. And that will be for next turn, it seems like. And that should have finished off the barbarians, of course, here. And we got some boost on bronze working, and that's good. And let's check here on the promotion. So I think we will go with Battle Cry, since we are most probably going to be quite offensive and exploring with this unit, but we never know. So we'll start to move him north and yeah, and end the turn basically. I will move to here. We'll end the turn here. So, as we thought, we had the barbarian camp quite close by. So, unfortunate though, they are fortified here with spearmen, which are something we probably will have a bit of problem with trying to fight. Unfortunately, we have barbarians closing in the city again, so we need to go and try to sort that out, otherwise they will destroy our farm, maybe. And they didn't, so that's good. So we'll just go ahead and straight out attack them. And we did a pretty good job there. And we'll just finish the barbarians off. And let's actually have a look here on the world rankings and see here where we are. So we are actually quite decent in in science, which is good. And domination we are quite bad, and religious even worse. But that is something I definitely won't play with that much. Religion, and the score is more interesting, and we are quite far behind. But we are actually quite far ahead of the only civilization we have met so far. And yeah, it's actually quite interesting. And actually this is quite interesting as well, that you can see the details of it. Basically, I guess you are getting 1 point for each of the era score, and we have a pretty low era score at the moment. Not quite sure what we need to be doing to increase that, other than find those villages, which we haven't done so much so far, since we have been fighting with the barbarians most of the time, which is a bit unfortunate.
इदानीं त्वमेव जम्बुदीपस्य उत्तमोपटिवस्सको.
Okay, so India are saying that it's best to be a distant neighbor, and I sort of agree, but we are going to play a way of trying to expand, so might get into trouble with India quite fast, I believe, but we'll see that what happens. So we'll definitely go with another settler here, or a settler here, so we can settle on the coast, maybe actually closer to the barbarians, but I would like to clear their settlement out first, if that would be the case. So the easier way is probably to settle down here, maybe somewhere around here, but we'll see. So we'll start to try and explore more here northwest of our position. One problem with that is that probably a lot of these small villages that we are talking about are going to be found already, and by India, which is quite bad, but it's the way it is. And this is quite bad as well, that we have more barbarians coming in here straight away. So we'll fight these barbarians so they don't fortify and nullify our improvement here. And unfortunately our cities can't bombard quite yet, I believe, so we'll have to fight.
I shot an arrow into the air.
And we get archery here, which is quite good. Then we can put an archer here and fortify in the city, which will definitely help here against the barbarians and so on. And actually we'll have to fight the barbarians this way, as said, so they don't destroy our farm here. So again, we'll try to go here northwest, but we'll see if we manage that this time. So let's think about what we should choose next. So I think we will go with bronze working, which will allow us here to get the spearman, which would be pretty good fighting the barbarians, for example, I feel. And
as our civic knowledge grows, so do our methods of
gold
governance.
is actually running in
Furthering
quite
this
nicely,
endeavor
so we
will allow
might
us
be
to appoint
looking
a
to
governor to strengthen
buy
Skill
something
without
quite soon
imagination is craftsmanship.
for the city. And let's see here. And I don't think we want to change any of our policies here. So we'll choose civic for our next one. And these are what we'd like. And this is something we might be looking at soon, but I think we will go with this one just by that, since we will probably not discover a second continent by quite a time, from the looks of it. I will fortify Antintin for that warrior, and we'll move over this Storm River with our other warrior. So finally we can move a bit further up north here. And we'll let our champion warrior stay here in the city and fortify until they are healed. So this mountain range seems to go on forever. I don't know if we can get past it. It looks like we can get past here, but I'm going to look here now, I guess, since I moved this way. Or actually we'll move that way, so can't get past there. Could we get past here? We'll have to check. Or if we can get past here. So which way to go? I think we'll go... Well, it's closer to this tile, so let's... I can't go there. Oh. So let's check that sign out. So it seems that we are quite blocked off by a super mountain range, which is quite bad. We'll definitely attack the slingers here. We'll move ahead the turn, and as sort here we can't move past anymore. So well, actually we'll go here and try and see that if we can fight versus the spearmans, and I don't think we can, but and fortify until hint here for our champion fighters or warriors. Sorry, I've been saying barbarians for our own warriors. That's of course wrong. So let's see here. We're actually winning versus the spearmen here. So let's fight and try to kill them off. Our fortified unit here will definitely attack the slingers. And it's victory. So they are still not 100% healed, which is quite funny. So I guess they will be escorting our settler once we get our settler going. So back to the city and fortify until healed. And we'll just keep smashing our warrior here against the barbarian spearman. And it will actually be a pretty easy victory, and not something I knew or thought it would be. So let's finish them off. And hopefully that will end a bit of the trouble that we have been having. And we gain a lot of boost towards military tradition, so that's good as well. And we got +2 on the era score as well, which is also pretty good for us. So we'll finish scout off there, and actually we'll scout off here and see if anything is happening and if we have any barbarians there. I will fortify this unit there until they are healed. So we get another scout running by from up here, so I think we can get past maybe that way. We have another barbarian camp right here close by, so we'll clear that out as well, and it will be a little bit easier with this warrior that is a bit promoted. So that's, and we have also a small village here, a tribal village, which is very good as well. So we'll get a few extra arrow points. And down here looks like quite a good spot for a new city as well. So let's finish this camp off. We make some history, and they say so. Apparently, we got a lot of era score here, 3 actually. So very nice. Unfortunate here, as we see that they have destroyed our farm a little bit, but yeah. We will go and have that fixed with a new worker here as soon as we can. Or after resettlement we will build another worker or builder. We get a random message basically from our friend in the Indian Empire. So let's move up here. So we can follow on the settler when our settler is ready. So here is a way through, but actually there is a village here that we want to reach to. So we'll take that first. So we'll move to there. Move you into the city. And we'll have a little look at the world rankings again in the score, and we have moved up quite a bit, so that's good. So we are only in the middle so far. No clear victory here, but we are only 70 turns into of 1500, so we have many chances to more mistakes. So we got an extra of population for our discovery there, which is very good. Alert, I don't know what that button does even, actually. So our warrior here will fortify until Tiend, and our warrior here will fight the barbarians here. And we'll try to clear this barbarian outpost out as well. Should be, according to those stats, a very close fight, but we should win it by a small margin after 3 or 4 turns. So basically we are stalemates, but they are losing 1 more point more than we are, I believe. Yeah. So we should win it by the next turn with 3 left of our unit. Or not quite, so let's actually fortify our unit there a little bit. And we'll very shortly have our settler out there, so that's very good. Let's think where we want to put our next city. I'm thinking actually we might would want to put it here, up towards the mountain, rather than down here. This is a good place as well, but We have a bit of desert and so on here. And we have horses up here, so I think where we went to first might be a good place to expand. So I think we'll move our warrior out to here. And let's see here. Still get only a minor victory. So we will want to
Bronze is the mirror of the fall.
have a major
Wine.
victory, so we will do that shortly. Okay, so we'll wait with our warrior here, so we'll skip the turn for the warrior. We'll fortify until 10 for one more unit here, or one more turn for our warrior up here. So I think we'll do masonry here for next science, and that is something we have close by that allows us to harvest stone, which is very good for us. So we'll go with that. Let's go to next turn. And we'll skip the turn for that warrior, and we'll. It seems like the spearmen will live another turn if we fight them now, so let's fortify our unit there one more turn. We'll skip the turn. Now we will definitely attack this barbarian outpost. And they are still left. Incredible. Well, we'll have to finish them up next turn then, I guess. So we'll finish that up first. Now we'll have a look here at our settler. And we have here a little tactical view. So actually, they suggest here would be a pretty decent place. And we have India very close by here, I guess then, since we had this governor thing here. Sorry for that noise. And sorry again. So I think we'll go towards this suggestion here actually, and we'll have to build a coastal city, a real coastal city later. So we'll move to this tile, I think. So let's have our warrior follow by, so he will go that way. And we'll let our city start to build a builder first, and then we'll work on some buildings for the city center. So let's build a builder, and let's go to the next turn. We'll fortify this unit until they are healed, and we'll keep moving our settler here to that tile. And our warrior there seems quite alright, so we'll actually move him towards this resource for now, since we don't seem to have any barbarians close by anymore. settler will go there and they will fund the city.
May I make a suggestion?
And we'll just continue here. And we'll have our warrior continue the path we have set out for them. We'll choose the production here for Geolong. Here I think we'll actually go with another builder, since we have these stone resources that we would like to improve on. And that expansion will be it for this episode. Or we will go to the next turn and end the episode here. When we are at the start of the next episode, and we will also take a look at the world rankings before we end here on turn 81. So the score rankings, or after creating another city, moves us up quite a bit, so we're almost quite close to the top now, so that's very nice to see. And anyway, that will be all for this episode, so remember to smash that like button if you like what you see, and also please comment about anything you'd like in this episode or any episode, and if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the new episodes coming out daily here on Roll Slow Gaming. Thank you for watching, and bye bye, see you next time.